Menyertai dan majlis ini untuk menyatakan meluahkan rasa prihatin kita dan rugi kerana kehilangan seorang tokoh dan sahabat. Malam tadi saya di Kuching, jam 1:30 pagi, saya melakar kenyataan dan saya jarang membaca kenyataan. Malam ini saya nak baca, ringkas saja. I crafted this at 1:30 in the morning in Kuching last night. Ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen, just as many of us had gone through in the early hours of 17th of April, when the thunderbolt struck from out of the blue, the unintended wake-up call came with the devastating news. Stunned, shocked, and stupefied. That is how I would sum up my immediate reaction. And after getting hold of myself but still shaking, I tweeted my first expression of condolence. Deep sorrow and devastation over the loss of our indefatigable fighter for justice, Karpal Singh. Later in the day, I sent out a press statement declaring there is none more valiant in life than this great mortal whose body may have perished, but his spirit shall live on with us. Indeed, on this occasion, where we gather to do honor to the memory of our dearly beloved brother Karpal, who, though physically departed, has left us his eternal presence for all the sacrifices he has made, all the labor of love he has given, and all the pain and suffering he had endured for us. Footfalls echo in the memory down the passage which we did not take, towards the door we never opened into the rose garden. The profound sadness of his departure can never dissipate, for when something that is more precious than the worldly treasures of the world is taken from you, there can never be a replacement. As the nation has lost a most dedicated servant, so too the people have lost a selfless, courageous, and noble defender of their rights and liberties. And even as the legal fraternity has lost one of its sharpest minds, above all, and speaking here personally for myself, I indeed have lost a true friend, kind in words, noble indeed. When in more challenging times he had given me some tongue lashing in public, I knew there was never an iota of malice or ill will, which is why I took it with an open heart, looking at it as affectionate slap on the wrist from an elder brother to his younger sibling. I can never thank him, Karpal, enough for all the help he had given me these last 15 years, and I will never forget those regular visits he paid me during time in Sungai Buloh prison. I certainly cannot even begin to entertain the possibility of repaying him for the kindness and generosity he had shown me. He called me at 6:30 p.m. on the eve of that fateful morning. He told me he was worried about the federal court appeal that was pending. Having been accustomed to the devious machinations of the powers that be, he said he was particularly troubled by the unprecedented speed at which the appeal records were sent to his office. But when I too started sounding agitated and worried, he immediately switched back to his usual cool and confident self, no doubt intending to put me at ease. Such was his magnanimity of spirit that when we push comes to shove, Karpal would always be on your side. So, we ended our long chat with his trademark parting shots. Datuk Sri Anwar, you carry on. Don't worry, I will do my best and I will fight on. You carry on. Seven hours or so later, with those parting words still ringing in my ear, I heard the tragic news. He was a man of unimpeachable moral integrity, absolutely fearless as far as mortals are concerned, forgiving to a fault, and being so full of milk of human kindness, was utterly selfless in helping the oppressed and the victims of injustice. If justice is about fairness, as indeed it is, then Karpal Singh personified it. Hence, he never used underhand tactics or dirty tricks when defending his clients. He always told me, Datuk Sri Anwar, we will fight them tooth and nail, but it will be a clean fight. No cheating, no evil schemes. That's why the fact that I was not given a fair trial was so repugnant to him that he vowed to make sure that I would be acquitted and free, no matter how long that might take. Last Sunday, we witnessed in Penang thousands of Malaysians paying their last respects to Karpal Singh, and there's no doubt in my mind that in his lifetime, worldly titles did not matter to him at all. What would really matter is the high esteem the people have of him. And true to that, a sea of people stretching for miles came on the day of the funeral to send him off, showing their love, affection, and respect for this great man. As Horatio says to Hamlet upon his death, I now say to my dearly departed brother Karpal, now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. Thank you.